Hello, evening all. Hopefully this is working. I've changed a couple of things around setup again, as I'm still always evolving it. So everything seems a bit off. The lighting seems off, and it's really different, and it's really thrown me today. So I'm like, I can't even see myself properly, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. No, this is all shadow. I don't like it. Oh, I don't know. I'll move the chair. See if that makes a difference. All right, that's a little bit better. Hello. Sorry, I'll try again. Oh dear. I hope everyone's having a good week and also good February, even though we're only 5 days in. So I thought today, as it's like brick season family, no. So I just seen Lego family. Very sorry, Chris, taking some of your words because it's start of the brick show season. But I thought we'd open the doors of MOC Heads and give it a bit of a dust off again for this year, as because I've kind of let that go a little bit because of trying to get my stuff done for the various shows that's coming up. Obviously, the main one being Bricktastic. So I thought I would throw it open and just chat to people. So hopefully you guys are all in a chatty mood. Just really basically about show seasons we've got coming up, what if you're doing anything, what you'd be displaying if it's new, just as I said in the description, really just what your expectations are if you haven't done one before and you're displaying what you're hoping for. If you've got any questions as well, because obviously I've done 1 or 2 shows myself. I know some people in the chat have done some shows as well. But yeah, it's just kind of just sort of gauge it. I couldn't think of the word. Sorry. Just to see how everyone is and how everyone's feeling about it as well. Because I know from my side, see, I'm still building stuff myself. So just wondering as well where everybody else is on that sort of scale. You know, is everyone completely finished what they're doing? Is everybody happy with what they're doing? Is that something maybe that we have never achieved? Is it being happy with what we're doing? So yeah, I thought I would just see what we do before we start this again properly with guests, scheduled guests. I mean, because obviously you guys are here. So yeah, I thought I'd just see really what everyone thinks, what everyone's thoughts are at the moment in general about stuff. But so I misread something then. But let's see who's here first of all. So we have Andy Polar Bricks, and we also have Madlib as well. So that's 2/3 of the, I'm not going to say this right, Bricktastic team, organisers, because everyone's part of the team, I guess. We have Mateus is here. Hello. And Chris is here as well. And we have the Brick Bods here as well. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Ian, if you're here as well. They might just be using one account and go and Secret Squirrel. Or they swap, maybe, who knows. And we also have, we also have Paboo's here as well. Paboo. I don't know how you say that. I think you'll go to Bricktastic as well, aren't you? So if you are, we'll have to ask you so we can all say it correctly, because I just have a feeling that we're actually saying it wrong. And if we are, I apologise for that. Crazy. Ian's busy doing crazy angle maths. Yeah, I've been there with circles a lot, all the time at the moment. It's always circles. I'm trying to get angles as well, actually. So yeah, trying to work out. I'm trying to find plates that have got the right angles as well, which is great fun. He said through gritted teeth. It's not fun. Oh, there you go. It's Peeboo, but it's not your actual name, so you're not that bothered. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, that's cool. But hello anyway, Peeboo. There you go. I was going to press a button and I couldn't remember what I was actually going to press. So there you go. I forgot this. I forgot the old ticker tape. It's even had I had to dust the cobwebs off because it had a nice long relax after Christmas. Poor thing. And anyone who's missed, yay, cool. Sorry about that. Right, okay, so we have, as I said, we've got the Brick Show. So we've got, so it's kind of kicked off already globally. So we had the Brickvention in Australia in January. Gosh, so I mean that's quite soon as well in the year. So I'm glad I'm not doing that myself, because I think that would be a bit much. But so yeah, my thinking is, if you're out there watching and you're coming to Bricktastic and you're building, then you might want to come on and just chat. No pressure, obviously. Just means it could be quite short if I'm on my own. Please talk to me. I'm trying to sort this lighting out, so it's really bugging me. So yeah, I'll put a link in. I think this will work. I can't remember how I did it last time when we did it before, and I don't know if it will pin it unless I have to go into YouTube and pin it. I can't remember. It's technology, and my brain just doesn't really work. I've just been mocking for the start of the week, which is fine because there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time as well, it's just a lot trying to get everything done to where I want it to be, and then start to get all the stuff ordered for it as well, just to finish doing it. There is a lot there. And I just pressed the wrong button. So I'm trying to get the YouTube up now, and I can't manage that either. Mute that because I don't hear my own voice, because poor people listening to that. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Will it show? Now, if I do this, no. How do I pin this? Oh, I've got to swap user, haven't I? Oh, crikey. Bear with. Oh, this is a pain in the bottom. Plug the soapbox. Yeah, definitely. You can definitely plug the soapbox. Pin message. There you go. Woohoo! Look at me with technology. Who knew? Who knew that I could do that? So this is supposed to be slightly. This is supposed to be slightly sensible. Right. Let's see if that makes a difference. A little bit. Really need to get over the soapbox. Yeah, I know what you mean. There, I do. I do have, although I know I've got sort of been playing around with bits of mine, and I did see some bits actually in my, let's say my parts drawer. It's not parts drawer. It's just in my bin, which I'm going to take out now because I wanted to use these. So, because I've been sorting out sorting kind of mood this week. What? Seems to be a sorting kind of mood this week. Tofu. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure if that's code. Though not tofu. Sorry, that's an amazing typo. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's serious business. Yeah. So as I said, I'm being. I know, right? Yeah, tofu. It's thoughtful tofu. Whatever that is. Yeah, evening tech. Sorry, still laughing at thoughtful tofu. I think. But yeah, so as I said, if you're out there and you're building the Bricktastic, obviously you're welcome to come on and just chat about what you're doing. You don't have to tell me what you do, because everyone likes a surprise. But I know Mark's been building a big pizza, because he showed us all today in the chat. And it looks very nice. It looks quite realistic as well. It's your new pet name for me is Tofu. Oh, that means I have to come up with a carry name. That'll be fun. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Maybe old cucumber. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, what was I saying? Because I've got no train of thought today. Yeah. So I've been doing my MOC. It's kind of evolving a lot as I go. I keep changing parts that have already been done. So the other day I decided that I didn't like the color of something, so I replaced all the pieces for that. So I've gone from grey and clear for one piece to different shades of blue now, which does look better. And I've also encountered stability issues, as you may have seen on the other stream last week. So I've got to counter that somehow. So that's more stuff to try. So it's all fun, because it's not, we've got plenty of time to go still. But it's kind of the evolving thing. I haven't really been this close to the wire building before for a show, so it's a new experience in that respect. But yeah, it's all about problem solving. Definitely learn a lot more techniques and new ways of doing things, and more problem solving as well, which I haven't done as much before. I do solve problems, but it's just because this is quite outlandish shape wise. A lot of outlandish shapes actually, compared to the last ones, which have all been quite sort of a lot more straight lines previously, as opposed to this big round circular juggernaut thing that's far too big, which in theory was designed a bit more with shows in mind, in the sense that being able to take it apart and assemble it when I got to the destination. However, yeah, it's a couple of most of the pieces are quite small, so I've got just keep banging on about bits I've got and bits I've done. So like these bits are all separate, so they all come and they'll be able to just go in a box quite easily like that. So it's not going to be a huge box. But for every 14 of these, I've got one big giant disc, which I've got to transport and hopefully not break. That said, if it does break, it's not a problem, because it is actually quite simple to fix. Unless the actual bricks physically break, then we're in Troublesville. Also, I have been speaking to some lighting people. I'll answer that in a second. Train of thought. Yes, I've been speaking to lighting people about how to do lighting with the ideas that I've got, and because that's kind of a dimension I had before, but I just don't know how it would work with something that is going to come apart for transport, because I don't really want to be breaking wires left, right, and centre. So that's kind of a new area as well to go into. Well, it all depends. It depends if I'll have to make up my mind quite quickly, because it's quite like it won't be that many lights I'll put in it at this stage, but hopefully going forward there will be a lot more. But it's been quite interesting as well, because I haven't really delved into it other than just off the shelf stuff. So I've actually been speaking to in communication people, just asking how to do various bits, and yeah, it's quite exciting seeing what they can do that I wasn't necessarily aware they could do, and sort of having shown them like pictures of what I'd like, and they're saying, well, actually we can do this, you might need this, which is really great, because they can just give me a breakdown of what I would need. So it just means I need to then get in touch with them and place the order, and hope it will get here in time, and I can get wired up in time, and I can get everything else finished in time. So the key word here is obviously time, which is a luxury we don't have necessarily, but we still have plenty of time as well. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it depends where their warehouses are. I think they've got so I think Light My Bricks actually do have a warehouse in the UK now, because they did send me a replacement battery pack last year, because they had some in the UK once. That's quite cool. I'm never too old for Lego. Hello, good evening. We have David and John Productions. Tomatoes. I'd much rather prefer tomatoes or dragons. It hasn't got anything to do with the question, but I just rather watch any of those two than the choices I'm given in any questions. Well, we'll see. Excuse me. I've completely lost my thread again, because I'm not that. Yeah, so obviously with lighting as well now, a lot of them have the contact plates where you can just it like they do with the modular builds, where you have one and you connect it and you can just take it apart, which is a lot easier. So I've got to work out if I can actually do that with how it's going to be going together. because it's not necessarily direct contact as such, especially with one of the pieces. And new tool Lego. Can you plug something? Guess. Yeah. What is it? It's not like, I don't know. Crazy, is it? No, I don't know. Can do. I'm not that fussed today. This is I'm still on a. Oh, cool. Light just moved. Is that down to me? Okay, you'll fall off by the end of the day, I'm sure. It's not the day. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of problem solving, lighting. There's lots of other elements that I'm trying to get sorted out as well. And obviously, then we've got the Bricktastic as well. So I've got that to finish. And make sure, again, it's a lot of stability stuff, but that one's on a slightly smaller scale, to what I've been doing for the main mock. Yeah, so I did find. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. I will put that there. So never too old Lego. Never too old for Lego says you're having a mental awareness stream at 7, which is midnight UK time. So if anyone wants to join, do tune in. Yeah, so that sounds good. Yeah. So building the MOCs, and yeah, it's all a bit of an adventure this time around in comparison. Whereas before I just kind of had loads and loads of stuff to take in one go. This time I don't really have huge amounts. I've got a couple of new bits I took to Steam for the first time, so they'll be going, and just one or two small pieces that I didn't take to Bricktastic myself before, so they'll be coming as well. But this is kind of the main build, so there is a lot of pressure on. But yeah, that's kind of the other thing as well. It's just obviously is that the pressure you get from going to a show. Sometimes, particularly the larger shows, you do get a lot of pressure to go bigger and better. You look at what you've got on your table, which I did, and then you just think, oh my gosh, everyone's got these massive, amazing builds and I've got a couple of habitats and I don't know, a little half a building. So you kind of just feel like you want to up your game. So, which is kind of what I think that's kind of natural. But at the same time, I think it's good in the sense that it leads you to challenge yourself, but also I think sometimes maybe you need to accept, Gaz, to not overreach yourself, maybe. Which I definitely did to start with, because I initially I thought, yeah, well, I'll be able to do this and another thing, which I haven't been able to even start the other thing. So, you know, that might be coming towards the end of the year. For just as it was meant to be one thing on one table, one thing on another table, with some bits in between. So I've got the bits in between, and haven't got the new thing on the one table, so that's nowhere near even start. Actually, that has been started technically in studio, but then the other things can't. The TARDIS took a long time, but I'd be quite interested as well to know how other people who are going sort of have planned theirs out as well, because I know with mine, because I kind of started building it virtually, as I do with everything. I went back to it properly last summer, but kind of took my time with it a bit, because I just couldn't, though I did make some really, really good leaps forward with it. There were a couple of moments where, and I wasn't sure. I think it was the whole building the disc thing, which kind of soured it a bit. So I kind of didn't come back to it properly. And then I just did a couple of small things for another convention instead. So now it's, and then I went back to it. And this year, as we've seen, because I just made some quite good leaps forward around Christmas time. So that's kind of spurred me on. I did get bricks and stuff ordered beforehand. Before Christmas, I did have a quite big order from Germany before Christmas and after. Yeah, they're really good. And Delicious Foods there. Hey, hello. I was going to read out your message, and it's me. So I'm Gaz. I didn't need to say hi, Gaz, to me. I could do, which is very strange. But yeah, so that's kind of my slight bumpy road on this MOC journey, if you like. But yeah, and but I know we've got. I mean, it's quite. I lost my train of thought. It's not as sort of strong, really problem-wise as I'm making it. Really, it's just more bad time management, I guess, on my part. But there was always the element as well of you got the when you're building it virtually, you kind of got the is it going to work panic in the back of your head constantly, which I have done. But then a couple of things when they did work, when the program said it wasn't going to work, was really, really good, really, really helpful. So that's been really good. But then it's also led then to other problems, which has, as I said, going back to the stability. So I've got to work on that, which I have got ideas how to fix. Also, a lot of it is repetitive building, which is absolutely fine because I think that's slightly, I would say it's slightly easier. It's not necessarily, it's not quite as challenging. Hi Mark, how are you? Good. Just talking about MOCs, and if anybody wants to jump on and just talk about theirs, expectations, etc. There is a link. I really could write it in the banner, but that means I've got to do some typing. I don't do typing. Brain's gone. My brain's really not working this evening. I'm completely mocked out. But we will keep going. I keep talking at people until they say thumbs down. Okay. Don't do that. Please stay. Please stay. So yeah, there's a lot of repetitive building with this, which isn't, as I said, it's not necessarily that it's easy as such. It's just now that I've got like the template, I think it's slightly easier. Then it's just making sure it all does match up properly, does all go together, which so far it does, apart from the stability issues, as I mentioned, which I've been having a look at. So I've got an idea how to fix it. So that'll be quite interesting to make sure that does work. I'm sure it will. But then it's then you just have the whole thing then of the presentation of it as well, which you do have to worry about with MOCs as well. So I've got to think of that as well. Signage. No. Thank you. Signage, which I've got to get sorted out as well, because there are always little other bits with it, even if it's just you're about to say what it is, because some people may look at it and not have a clue. Some people might think it's hello rather than Dad's Army, for example, which is definitely not hello. No one knows what that is. Never mind. That's gone cold. But my neck and shoulder, that's Gerald Curran, so no LEGO builder for me at the moment. Oh dear, that's not good. Or Harry Potter allegedly. Exactly. It's not definitely not Harry Potter. I don't think I would do Harry Potter actually. Let's see. I'm so unorganized, cramped in your tiny Lego nook. Yep, I know the feeling there. Are you? I've no idea which part of the world you're in actually. There, Delicious Foods. Are you UK based? If you are you going to Bricktastic? And if you are you going to be displaying or just visiting? I know you're going, aren't you, Matthias? So you're going to US, Texas. Oh, okay, cool. Matthias, you're going, aren't you, as well? You'll have a Gaz waffle stream. Depends if it's potato waffles or not. A waffle stream. Oh, I don't train of thoughts. Hey, Scott's here as well. Hi, Scott. You're going to Bricktastic again, aren't you? I think this year. I have KO on the purple side. Hi, KO. Hello, hello, hello. Hope your mock's going all right as well, KO. I know you said, ow, Paso. I know the other day you said you're a bit behind with yours, I think you said. So I wondered what your progress was like at the moment, if or how it was going. That's mine. Take that off the screen as well. Oh, crumbs. How's that done that? Hang on a second. Okay, you jump down. There's a good boy. I'm going to just fix this. I knew it was going to go. Right, let us just readjust. Yeah, let's have that right in your face. What absolute fool. Okay, that kind of works-ish. I just trashed the room. I've just blinded myself at the same time. No, I just no, it's all right. I just had a light on something and it kind of shifted when I shifted, and it just knocked a couple of CMF down. It's fine. And the laptop decides to go for a walk. That's fine. But you know, it's an ancient laptop anyway, apparently. So I'm sure I'll just dig up another one from some archaeological dig. Yeah, we'll do that. So this is very flat. Probably should put some music on. Really, never mind. Yeah. I've definitely lost my thread completely. Bricktastic. Yeah. No, it's gone. I completely forgot what I was actually saying now because it's just typical. Just one distraction and a cat on your lap. It's just gone. Yes. But build wise, as I said, it's kind of all going all right. Oh yeah, you can do if you want to. If you want to talk about yours and where you are, certainly. There's not going to be necessarily a time limit on it like there was last time, but at the same time, obviously, don't just chat what you're doing and what you're thinking of Bricktastic, because you went last year as well, because that was your first one last year, wasn't it? As well. Raiding coming. I don't know what that means. I mean, my son, you're alive. Okay. Oh, can I do that? Oh, that's fun. Didn't know I could do that. It's just told me I can do something that I didn't know I could do. Yeah. Cool. Discovering new buttons as I go. I'm sure they'll change something. Get rid of that. So I just heard myself again. Poor people. Do this. Tidy. Is that YouTube? It's supposed to be muted. Thank you. Can I mute that? Oh, I can mute that as well. Cool. Sorry. Just distracted by trying to work stuff out then. Oh, it's Nicole. Ah. Okay, cool. Nicole's on the other side. Hello, Nicole. Hello. Oh, Nicole, you're going to Bricktastic as well, aren't you? Yeah, yes. I've almost forgotten Nicole was going, actually. Don't know how. And Nicole will be displaying as well. How are you preparing as well, though, actually, Nicole? Because you're kind of like Lego Team B, you're sort of traveling internationally with a build. I'm just wondering how you're preparing for that. I mean, it's not quite on the same scale as going like around the world. And I mean, I suppose you could catch a flight directly there, I think it is, isn't it? I don't quite know how you're going to be working the logistics of it. Yeah, I hope Mark's going to get better soon as well, because as I said, his mock is looking very, very, very good. Ah, cool. Thanks, Martin. Because I don't really know how you do that there. Oh yeah, there it is there. Ah, there you go. Cool. Thanks. Sorry. But yeah, that's the other thing as well. I've got to work out as well, actually, is how I'm actually going to transport this, because traditionally I've always just taken an absolute truckload of boxes, which I'm kind of hoping I don't have that many to take this time. There will be one of the larger boxes that I've taken to the other shows. I'm just hoping I'm not going to need too many, because I haven't got a lot of the other stuff, which is quite big, chunky type stuff, for want of a better word. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm not going to be taking too much stuff up, that, space wise in the car, because it's just a bit of a chore. But then again, I guess the problem is, well, oh cool, hey Explorer, hope you're good. Hope you're having a nice evening. I say evening, but actually I think you're, I can't remember the time zone. I think you're sort of central time zone, maybe. I can't remember if it's your afternoon, maybe. I think it's 2:30 p.m. There you go, afternoon. Yeah, that's actually quite good guess on my part. Quite good. Yeah, so I'm hoping, as I said, to take up less, just for also then packing stuff up again afterwards, which is quicker. If I can get it done a bit quicker, that'd be great. And Mark, who is taking a new MOC as well, which is actually I can't tell you that. I've signed the official secrets act. So Mark says the one thing that he's learned this year building from scratch is make it in small modules and attach together so he can transport it easier. And he said he's going to see how he fares as Mark and public transport are. He's left it blank. I think that means they have a love-hate relationship. They love to hate each other, I believe. Or public transport hates MOCs or something. I think that's the way. But because you didn't, I think previously you just kind of had the builds as one big sort of building, I guess. But they're modulars, weren't they? So you could still take them apart slightly to transport. Yeah, I kind of didn't really do that with a lot of my stuff previously, and also my stuff didn't necessarily transport very well. But it sounds like you've got a really good plan there. I think that's kind of the way to do it, is in bite-sized chunks. I know when Karen Ian first took the Coral Reef version 1 to the shows, that was pretty much in one piece, if I remember. But then the 2.0 is in different sections as well that they can plug together. I think, if I'm wrong, just do let me know in the chat. I think Ian said that you can put it in slightly different order. I think I'm maybe misremembering what he said, but I think that is one of the bonuses of having something that is slightly modular like that, is you can do that. Which is Kerry says, I'm going to start doing this. Setup was quicker, but carrying it was heavy. Yeah, I think because it was kind of like you just put it on the, take it out, open the boxes, put them on the table, and to use one of Carrie's fun words is munge it together. I have to use that because I try and use that every week once because it's such a cool word. And then it's kind of done. I really do him disservice. It is actually really cool. See, Salek says his options were to take the train up to Amsterdam Airport, or as you call it, Schiphol, I think that's how you say it, and fly to Manchester from there, or fly from Eindhoven to London and take the train up. I went with option one. Yeah, definitely. I think the trains are very expensive. We looked at trains actually today. Yeah, that's what Martin's saying as well. Yeah, far too expensive. Far too expensive. And Pibu says, I'm impressed by all of you who transport big builds by public transport. I'd also thought I can never exhibit a show because I don't drive. Yeah, you definitely can. If you wanted to, you definitely can. You can, as Mark says, you can break it down. As long as it's like compact. So, like as I said, the bods have got different. Theirs comes apart into different modules. It did with the Elves MOC as well. Actually, you just have like pretty much like with the modules when you plug them together. You kind of just do like one like that, plug them together. I don't know, put a lid on. Then you can, if you need to, you can put minifigures on afterwards. And then that's quite a bonus as well, because if you are taking it to a different show as well, which a lot of people who display they sort of go throughout go to different shows throughout the year. If someone has been to one and they've seen it at the previous one they've been to, it might be slightly differently because the minifigure is in a slightly different place. So yeah, stuff like that is quite a good way of changing it slightly between shows. I mean, it's not perfect, and it's not going to make it like a completely unrecognizable, but it's a good way of sort of keeping it the same but refreshing it and keeping it slightly different at the same time. Very, very confusing, I know. Oh yeah, that's it. So Mark's just saying about when he's transporting his modulars, or the, do you call them modulars or do you call them junk builds? I mean, I know they're kind of built from other things. I just think, I don't know, is junk builds the nicest phrase? I don't know. But when Mark did his rebuilt modulars, reclaimed modulars, that'd be quick. He used to transport, as he said, he used to divide it up by floors. But as he said, the jump build modular, there you go. But yeah, the floors in the modulars are weak to transport, especially when they're three stories high. Yeah, I can imagine that actually. Because the floors aren't particularly solid either, are they? Because they're not. I mean, I guess they're solid enough to just be in position like that. But to actually transport, they're going to be. There's nothing really sort of to keep them solid. If that makes sense. So they're kind of a bit more. I want to say fluid. They're not as strong, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, really. But what can you do? But yeah, I mean, other than that, you can just really shore it up, I guess. But that's the thing with modules. I mean, I get if you've got your own transport, it's a lot easier because you can kind of just pick them up, put them in a box. Did I say hi to Chris as well? I hope I did. I hope I did say hi, Chris. I can't remember if I did. I'll tell you, my memory's absolutely shot today. Like it's not most days. And Nicole saying thank you for the shout out. So there you go. I guess as well, what's quite good this year as well is Martin, Maxine, and Andy, MMA, oh, man, with the Bricktastic, those cool peeps, those people are organising. That kind of means everyone can take a little mock with them, which is quite cool. It's a good way, maybe entry. I really can't speak today. Entry level. Jeez, I'm going to drink this. Hang on. Oh no, someone has popped into the green room, as it's called, but I didn't hear it at all. So I'm very sorry. I don't know why this isn't made a noise at all. But we'll do that in a second. Sorry about that. Are you taking those guys of you who are not displaying fully? Are you guys presumably are all taking part in the Bricktastic as well? Is that right? Because I know if you're just going from one town to another over here, I guess that's a bit easier. Matthias, if you got like a special, I want to say car transporter, that sounds a bit patronizing. Have you got like something you're keeping it in so it's safe and sound, so you don't have to rebuild it? Because that's one fear I've got. Is that I'm going to take something that's going to completely fall apart and I'm not going to know how to rebuild it. I really don't want to have to take the laptop with me because there's a lot of additional stuff, but I've got a horrible feeling I might have to, just so I can see how it all goes together. That said, I can't use this on the battery, so I don't quite know how I would do that. Soapbox will be flying over with you. Going to keep it in a plastic box from IKEA. Cool. Right, and we have somebody who has popped in as well. Yeah, they can hear as well. That's fine. Oh, I'll just clear my throat a second. Right. Oh, Nicole's popped over here. Cool. I'll just add guest in. So we have Tex joining us. So good
Hi.
evening.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm just drying my throat up, chatting away. So.
I was getting cold out here, guys. I've been sat here a while.
I didn't hear the beep at all. It's like it's just done it again. I've seen someone else has popped in and I've heard nothing. It's like, not too sure why.
That's so good. So good. How you been? You good?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. So I've just been yesterday, whilst you were streaming, I was on the computer and had about 4 or 5 windows open, with different sellers on Bricklink, going through my wanted list and say, right, cheapest is that one, that one. So I was literally just going through line by line, which is the cheapest, because it's a whole process. But how about you? How's your build coming on as well?
I've been putting in some late nights. I'll be honest. The last 2 nights, I've not got into bed until like 3, half 3.
Oh no!
But it's last night wasn't so bad, but the night before I was like up late and I was doing stuff, but it just didn't feel like I was tackling anything or like getting anywhere, which is a bit frustrating. So yeah, hopefully this week I can really push on, because I'm determined. I'm putting in the late nights now, so I'm really trying to avoid. I want to get sleep. I don't want to be a complete zombie at the convention. And I want to go there. I want to set the mock up as quickly as possible, and I just want to like have a good time and really enjoy it and be awake for some of it. So I'm desperately trying to put in the hours now, just to relieve a bit of that. It's just like with you guys, we'll always be tweaking things right up until the dot. I just want the bulk of it done. Like,
yeah, that's the key, isn't it? It's just getting like everything kind of done, and then you just say, oh, I'll just swap that bit for that bit later. But
yeah, like I want to put quite a lot of lights in the mock eventually, but the only part that I'm like desperate to get lit up for Bricktastic is the cave, because I think it will actually need it, because it will be quite dark otherwise. So I'm like, I don't know whether to try and spend time like wiring them in now, or be like, no, get all the building done and then just play about with the lights when we get there, or make it like the last thing we do. So juggling what to do there. But
yeah, it's kind of like that, because as I said, I was looking at like the lighting stuff, because I really want it to have, even if it's like the basic simple lighting in it, but it's just, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to actually fit it in, or how I'm actually gonna fit it in either, actually, because it's kind of in the middle of something, and it's like I don't know where the wires are gonna go. But
I did pick up, it was actually when we went to the Bristol opening, those 8x8 plates with the grills in. I've not actually used them, but I'm hoping that like all the gaps and stuff should be big enough that you can like thread cable and stuff through, or like a light and a cable through.
And
I'm hoping that that's gonna be a bit of my cheat code for wiring the mocks and making it a bit easier, because we're having to lift the mock up so much anyway. We've got a lot of area underneath where we can run cable and stuff, so that's fine. But it's actually getting it to the final little bit that's going to prove difficult, I reckon.
I guess because mine's kind of raised as well, actually. So, but that's the other thing as well, because it's raised. It's on these sort of, I don't say stilts, but like actually it's kind of like like the bit you've got where all the plates sit on top of, and you can't see it at all. But I've kind of got that, but you can see it all. So
okay.
I was only the other day, I thought, oh, what am I going to do about these? Oh, I've got to cover these up somehow. But that's the least of my worries.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, you could just like scrunch up the tablecloth and just cover it up a bit.
I just thought, I just like put I could get a scarf around it. Kind of. That might work.
There you go. Yeah, that's to the theme.
This is a Lego scarf. It's not. Is that? Okay, we have someone else has popped into the green room as well. Again, it didn't beep. Oh, ping! This is very weird. I don't know what's going on. We have KO, who is dying apparently. Oh, okay.
Always so dramatic.
I know. You're gonna wait till after the convention, I hope. Otherwise, that'll be a bit awkward. All that building for nothing.
Yeah, what a waste of time that'd be.
How's it going, KO? Are you okay?
Yeah, just struggling to sleep.
You what? Sorry?
just struggling to sleep.
Oh,
for
struggling
5
to
days a week.
sleep.
But at least that
Yeah.
gives you time to build.
Yeah, insomnia is good. 2 sleeps for Bricktastic. It's great.
Yeah.
Is that your part of your mock there that you're working on now?
Yeah.
No,
It's
that's really good.
the only issue I have that I learned from just playing at Steam is these leapies come off so easily.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get a pin, no, not a pin, sorry. If you can get like a bar connection in as well, that usually can help. Yeah, that's it.
Lot of these.
those.
Yeah, they'll be useful.
Yeah.
What's Carrie saying? Building when you want to be sleeping is probably not going to be the best quality then.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah, as long as you're not sort of sleep building, that'll be a bit awkward as well. Oh dear. But I mean, if you're building up that late, do you get to the point though when you kind of, I want to say sort of almost delirious, when you kind of doing it so much and you're just like,
you saw the streams last year, Gaz. I get delirium, and it doesn't come that late in the evening either.
Actually, what was it? I was doing something the other day. Oh no, that's right. I was doing stuff in studio the other day. I think it was Saturday night, and it got to the point, and I was really tired. I was fine. Then it was literally like someone flicked a switch, and it was like, and I'm dead. And it was like, just shut down. I think I was in bed within like 2 minutes. It was like, shut down, go. But it's so, but yeah, you kind of get Lego blindness almost, I guess. So I want to sort of ask how far you think you've got to go, but I don't really want to sort of that to be out there if you're not comfortable with it being out there. If that makes sense.
My pants. I feel like I'm gonna dance around the question. I'm currently assembling everything that I already had built at Bricktastic last year.
Right.
Because most of it has sat in the storage unit since then. And I've changed the structure underneath the base plates. Like I said earlier, I want to pretty much pull the base plates out, put the rock work along the back, and then that be it set up really. And then I can help Sam place minifigures, because that's going to they keep forgetting that's going to take a serious amount of time, just trying to fill the stands with minifigures and stuff. But yeah, so until I see the state of all of this stuff, I don't really know. But I do, because I was starting to build the cave section, but then I realized I haven't got the bit. One of the bits that I didn't get built last year was the bit that goes into the cave. So without that, I don't really know where to start the cave, if that makes sense. So I'm building it, and now I'm going through and building it in order, going around, and then I can then hopefully get that that all worked out. But there's a way to go yet, but I'm quietly optimistic.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
How about you, KO? Are you sort of where you want to be, or have you got?
Say again?
Are you where you want to be in the building, or would you like to be a bit further along than you are?
I do like to be further along, but but I've been busy moving house recently,
Right.
so I don't have a chance to do more.
So it's all kind of pedal to the metal now, and just build every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
you
fair.
could put that on the mock card. I would have got this finished, but I was moving house.
Yeah. Kicked out. Does that work?
That bad.
Yeah. Oh, Paige, are we moving house? Oh, we're moving out. Oh no.
Damn, I knew I forgot something. Evening, Greg. Hope you're good.
Hey, Greg. Is tech finished yet? Yeah, sure, Simon.
Yeah, this is a very different show, isn't it? This one.
Something's finished.
And so, because I know the pod race is like a larger scale. Is yours sort of quite large as well, KO, compared to what you've done before?
My British medieval village mock still 3x4 base plate.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I wish I could expand it, but I don't have time nor the fun to do more.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I think that's a really nice size.
Mm.
Whilst
Yeah,
this pod race is a bit ridiculous. It's like the floor plan that it takes up. I guess, yeah, it's what, like I'm doing 12 or 13 base plates, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't want to be doing too many of these. Too many of these ones. I think it was the problem I think that we had with this one is that we wanted to have minifigures because I personally think that's like the life and soul of a mock, and it's the most interesting thing to look at when you go to shows and you display things. But with that comes a sense of scale and a certain scale that you kind of have to do things at.
Right. Yeah.
And so we've gone as small as we can, I think, that works with minifigures. But when you're trying to do something that moves, it's you don't just want to go around around in a circle. You want it there to be like some decent size to it, I guess. But yeah, there you go, Craig.
So it's so when you do with the movement of then the pod race, I can't remember. So it's round, but there's like a couple of crossovers, wasn't there as well? So
there's so the majority of the track it's two tracks running parallel.
Okay.
But then through the curves at one end, through the cave, and then the curve at the other end, it's single file, just because otherwise the cave would be humongous.
Right. Okay.
To try and be able to get two pods that go through side by side in the cave, and it's like, to be fair, like in the film, it is really narrow and tight in there anyway. One of the things I want to put in there once, hopefully for Reading, is like a crashed pod because of like how tight it is, and like so they've like hit into the rocks or something and have that lit up and stuff.
Like it's on fire.
But yeah, it's definitely a necessity for that bit to go into single file. Otherwise, it would just be ridiculous.
Oh, that's still quite cool though, because it's like at one point and then they're sort of trying to get past the other person, and then the other one is like they're right behind them. It's like, get out of the way.
It creates so much fun. I didn't get bored the entire weekend, like just having the controllers, like watching them race around and like speeding them up and slowing them down, going into the turns and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Didn't it break easily last year?
Yes, we may or may not be getting out the Craggle for some of the pods this year, just because I don't want to be pulling them apart or like piecing them back together every time they go around the turn a bit quick. The part of me is like, I spent some of the pieces for the pod that I designed in studio first, which is a great tool to have, but it can also be so expensive because you set yourself on a piece that you think works really well, and then you realize, oh, the last set that came in was like 1942. It's ridiculous. And I'd say, but I'm one of those people, like, once I've set, unless I can find something that's really, really close, I'm kind of like stuck to it. So I'm just like, okay, I've got to go for it now. So I've got to get the piece. And but I always intended on keeping the pod built as like a bit of a souvenir from the mock. So I'm not really mad that I'm gonna be gluing it.
I think I've done that a couple of times with pieces, and you're like, oh, this is perfect, and it's like, okay, it's not in the right color. Okay. Or the other thing I got caught out with just the other day was, because it doesn't actually, when you're actually in studio, because I think it doesn't actually tell you if it's the latest version of that part either. So I had it on my wanted list, and this part was not coming up, and it was just like a black, like the arch piece. I've got one to hand. It's just the basic one of those that I know you've been able to get like forever, and it just wasn't coming up in anyone's inventory. And it's like, what the hell? What is this really rare? And I looked up, and it was like, retired in, because they've obviously updated the part slightly. It's like, oh, for God's sake.
It doesn't happen very often, but every now and then Rosie will actually chime in with a good idea, and it's a little just like some indication on when you're going through the parts on studio to say like this piece is still in production, or if you could hover over it and be like the last time that piece was produced, like give the year or something.
Yeah.
Just it would make, because like you go through jumper tiles and you're like constantly flipping them all over to see which one's got like if it's got the stud in it, the hole, the ridges, like it's a bit of a pain.
I think I've actually got the part number for that, not necessarily memorized, but I can if it's there, I'll be like, right, that's the current
Oh, you
one.
recognize it enough, yeah.
Yeah, I think it starts with 5 something, I think.
Okay.
Sad.
Yeah, I need to learn my jumper towel. There's certain things that I'm starting to recognize. Or it's like I think the inverted 2x3 slope is another one that's got like 3 different mold variations, and it's so ridiculously stupid and like so little. But yeah, some of them haven't been produced since the 80s, so it's like, oh great, yeah, you don't want to be using those.
I bet they look exactly the same as well, though, don't they? That's
I could not tell you with the negative and the yeah.
Apart from maybe, I think maybe there's an extra crossbeam in one, or what was the other one?
Yeah.
In the 1x2 plate, instead of there being the round bit at the bottom, it's like a slightly elongated one, so it's a bit like the grill pieces. You know, the 1x2 grill pieces.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like that instead. It's like, is that it? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so frustrating because like 9 times out of 10 it doesn't matter for me. Like my techniques are never usually that complicated that like a very small mold variation affects the build. But yeah, it's definitely a frustration. One of the frustrations of working in studio.
Yeah, definitely. Do you use studio as well, Kay? I can't remember if you.
I use studio a lot.
Oh, you do as well? Oh, there you go. So
yeah. Mostly I use it for Bitcoin Designer program lately.
Oh yeah. Is that they got quite a limited parts list on that though, don't they?
Yes, they did. There were so many parts that I wanted to actually build, but it's not part of the pack for Bricklayer Design program.
That's like trying to work with like one hand tied behind your back, isn't it? You're like, oh yeah, can't do as much as I want to be able to do. I think I would not be impressed by that. The other thing as well I found that with some of the new stuff, because I like it with the sets that come out in January. So I don't know what that noise was then. Some of the sets that come out in January, they've got some new pieces, and they don't always go into Bricklink straight away because they've got to take a while to actually go through, which is a bit frustrating. So I wanted to get that. Well, I did actually manage to get hold of it, but you know the new like stud that's got like the clip on the bottom.
Yes,
that's not. I haven't been able to find that on there in black, but it is in gold. So I've ended up having to just bite the bullet and get some in gold, which is
I think that's piece. Outside of, I know it's going to be useful, and I know there's going to be a time where I'm going to want a ton of them, because it is just one of those pieces that you just look at a piece and you go, okay, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use that for, but I will use it for a lot. But the one thing that I'm most excited about that piece, and it's quite convenient for mine and Sam's next mock that we do in a few years, is that with that piece, you can make C-3PO attached to a droid body, like he is in Attack of the Clones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's in gold, which is such a win. So yeah, that's quite convenient for us.
So it's good though. When you see stuff like that, it's like, oh yeah, that's brilliant. I just need that. And that's just like spark, jump sort of thing.
Yeah.
Go straight for the next idea. I've still got loads of parts to sort out. I've got like a bag here of parts that I've got especially for. Oh no, are they? Yeah, that's right. To try and shore up that frame that I did last week, which is so big. I've got to work out a way of securing that a bit better because it's kind of a bit loose. So that's going to be fun.
What are you? How's yours looking like structural wise for transportation? Can you take it apart, or are you trying to take it in one? Or
oh god, no, I'm not taking it one. I've learned my lesson about trying to do that. No, so I want to have it so all the walls will come off.
Okay.
And then the idea is that they come off, the struts come off, the floor and that frame. I mean, they're not really actually going to connect at all. It's pretty much one's going to be rested on the other. And then it'll just be the central piece.
Yeah.
I think. I haven't built that yet, all of it. Which is quite bad. I'm kind of running out of time to do that because I'm not too sure if it's going to work. And it's really annoying because I found that just doing that bottom bit, that stupid frame, is when you're trying to build something in a circle shape with like hinges, they don't really stay circular shaped. And because I've got 2 stacked circle rings above the main central bit, I'm just like, are they going to even stay circular? So I don't know how I'm going to do that. That'll be something that I'll probably change again. Actually, I think I did order some bits to change it again. You know, as you do when you've got a couple of weeks left.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
we shall see. But like, if you sort of had any sort of structural things that you've kind of started doing, and you think, oh, actually, I'm going to have to rethink this.
I think, well, like I said, we're doing all of these. We're doing like all of these plates. And realistically, it's probably a little bit overkill. Last year I just did like 10 brick tool stacks, and it worked fine. You could tell like over the weekend if a pod crashed off, you could see like some of the plates were a bit uneven because we were rushing to get it up and ready and stuff. But so this is probably a bit overkill, but like I said, this will also it's probably less for like at the show, more of like a transportation thing that I'm hoping that this makes it easier.
Yeah.
It would hopefully mean that, like I said, I would just need to attach the rock work on the back and I can have those in boxes, and they traveled quite well. The Beggars Canyon stuff, I've now put even more reinforcement stuff in. And again, probably went a bit overkill on it, but if it just reduces that setup time a little bit, then I think it would be worth it.
Yeah, that's definitely what it's about. Really, it's just been arriving in a presentable sort of condition and being able to set it up quite quickly. So it's because because I think the trouble is as well. I mean, the longer you spend setting it up, the more you kind of start to panic, and it's going to go. Something's going to happen. It's like you get more stressed.
Yeah,
so I think I did that last time.
Yeah, praying for a speedy setup time, but in fact, not even necessarily speedy. I don't mind taking the time. I just want it to be like not stressful and not feel like I've got to badger all my friends and rope all my friends and take away from their builds to come and relieve me and Sam of a bit of stress.
But I mean, it's good though. We've got like the whole day set up. Really, I mean, it's quite luxury, really. Nice. It's like
yeah, that's gonna be really nice. We'll get. I will probably have a little peek at the MOC on Thursday night. Once I'll probably take like a few of the rockwork boxes into the hotel room and just check them, making sure they lasted okay.
Okay.
But yeah, we've got the luxury of having the van, so we can pack. We've got a decent amount of space that I can have the base plates like pretty much assembled. So that is a perk.
What's the size of the plate that's on? Is that 48?
48 by 48, yeah.
48 by 48. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know?
So I was just gonna say, yeah, with being able to detach the rock work, I can stack them, and they will take up a decent amount of room, but but it's not terrible if that.
Oh, okay. And do they actually connect together, or they just sit next to each other?
Yeah. So I forgot to put them on this side, so I'm just about to rectify. But on the other side, we've got Technic pins on here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've been using these little trick. These like 2x2 Technic bricks or 2x2 bricks with the Technic pin. They're so much cheaper on Bricklink than buying 2x2 bricks. So if you're using it as filler, then I'd recommend getting those. And just generally any of these Technic stuff tends to be a lot cheaper. Same with these like ball joint ones as well. So for filler and stuff, this works. But yeah, and then I realized, I've got all these Technic pins. I may as well like attach them together, and that will just hopefully. There's not tons and tons of connection points, but hopefully it's just enough that it kind of pulls the MOC together. We'll have the track that also helps to connect them as well.
That's just standard rail track, is it? Or is it...
Yes. Some off-brand because I didn't want to pay for all the straight track. I've got so much curve track, but we did get some knockoff brand, and it's absolutely fine. To be fair, like some of the connection, or like trying to get a plate attached to the bottom can be a little bit hard. Like some of it's like a little bit tight, but for the most part, it's okay.
I think the train guys probably use something similar though, anyway, don't they? Because
I'd have thought so.
You know, the size of some of their layouts as well. It's like, okay,
yeah, yeah. So some of the prices for the straight track, and even we'd already got it by then, but even when we went to Germany, like they had train track there, but it wasn't. It didn't seem like a reasonable price. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it still felt quite expensive for what it was. So
okay, yeah, because that was like the really good price store as well, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Yeah, so we were kind of hoping like, maybe, but yeah, even that it didn't. It was well stocked up, which I imagine would have been a piece that would have gone if it was a really reasonable price. The smaller the pieces, the smaller the piece, the better the value from that store, I think was my takeaway.
Okay. I guess I'll get over there sometime.
It's well worth it. I think me and Sam would like to try and tie it in with Brick in Bavaria next year.
Oh yeah, that was around similar sort of time you went.
We didn't. It was only when we were on the or at the airport. We were like, it's Brick in, or driving actually to Legoland. We were like, it's Brick in Bavaria this weekend, and it's only it's like a 2 or 3 hour drive from Legoland. So it's not like horrific. Yeah. You could definitely tie it into doing at some point, but yeah, hopefully they update the pieces more frequently than they update the bigger brick walls in the Lego stores.
That won't be difficult, really. You need to once every 2 years at least.
Yeah,
done it more times. How big is your one going to be taking up, KO? Is it a whole table or 2 tables?
2 table.
2 tables.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bigger one table for the mosaic.
Okay. Is that the same ones you took to Steam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I originally got idea planned, but I didn't have time to make a new one.
Yeah. It's always time. And it's always, the trouble is it's because it's so soon after Christmas as well. It's kind of
a
bit tricky as well.
Yeah.
What's that? What's Mark saying? Lego dust bunnies will be an official part at the rate the pieces change. Yeah, right. Oh god.
The mold variants on that. God.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, when white becomes light bluish grey, or extra light bluish grey. The white pieces will be yellow by the time.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Are you both looking forward to Bricktastic? I know we've still got quite a bit of building to go.
I think I am, because of like the not necessarily the displaying part, but the actual other side of it all, where like everyone's just like that was really quite cool. You know, just sort of take a wander up there, and you've got I don't know, or you've got Carrie next to you, or you walk over there, KO's there, Andy's there, you guys are over there, and just sort of seeing everybody. So that's quite cool.
Yeah.
And I got it for like, and I think as well, just the fact that you've got like the closed almost mini convention on the Friday as well, which is quite a cool idea.
Yeah.
That's like the first time they've done something like that. in the
I believe
UK.
so. Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's going to be quite cool.
Yeah, I think there are certain aspects of like some of the big American shows like Chicago that I think, and I know it is a charity show, and it is, so they are trying to generate as much revenue as possible for a very well worthy cause. But I think, to be fair, there's a lot of people that would pay for a bit more of a convention experience, like in the days running up to the display aspect of it. So I hope it is something, and especially because it's going to a good cause, and it's not for for someone's back pocket, I guess. Like if it costs a bit to run some events, or do some parts drafts, do some more talks and things like that. If they don't mind organizing that, I think people would be prepared to pay for that aspect of it. I don't think it's an unreasonable ask.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they did do something like an organized parts draft as well. You don't mind chipping in for that, because you're going to be getting something back from it physically as well. So
yeah,
that'd be quite.
So it would be cool to see them implement it, and they sound open to, which is great. Because sometimes you can get charities that get very stuck in their way of an old-fashioned way, but they're like adapting, and I think because of the amount of shows that pop, and I'm not comparing Bricktastic to any of them, because it is by and large way clear of all of the other shows in the UK that I've been to. It would take it to that next level and set them apart even more from a lot of the shows, because there are a lot of shows popping up now. They really really make it like a marquee event in the LEGO community sort of calendar, and it's a nice time as well. Like just you got like the hangover of Christmas and New Year out the way, and life starts to get into a bit of normality again, and then we all get together, and
it's like a second Christmas almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, I've got to recover from Manchester now. I've actually got the Monday off actually this time. I didn't last year. That was a choice.
I'm taking. I need to speak to Sam actually, but I need to decide what I'm doing on the Thursday, because we're going to drive up Thursday, but we just need to see if I'm going to take the day off work, or if I'm going to just drive up after work, because I'm not fussed about getting there at any decent time on the Thursday. It's just kind of whenever.
Just means you pay slightly less in the car park if you get there a bit later as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need to have a look at what's going to be best to do for that. But
I think we're just going to throw the car in there and then be like, because the trouble is it's so convenient really to like the hotel, and
I
think the only bit that's going to be slight annoying is having to then put the car in there and then have to drive it around like less than a mile to unload and then straight back down. It's like,
me and Nick spent so long trying to find that car park last year. I was driving around. I think I drove around on that underpass bit maybe 4 times before I saw the ramp that I was meant to go up on.
Yeah, it is really badly signposted.
The route to this car park is under construction.
I got a bit blinded by all that last year.
I think I got really caught. What's the word? It was kind of like in the email or the information that goes around saying, "Oh yeah, the car park's really easy to find. You do this, and they make it sound like if you can't find it, you're really stupid. So you got the extra stress then of like, well, I haven't found it. What's going on?"
I think I put a message in our group chat, and I think the instructions seemed quite straightforward. Oh no, actually, I think. I rang someone and they passed me on the phone to Andy, I think. And Andy was explaining it to me. And I was like, yeah, sounds straightforward. I still went round twice again, I think.
I am terrible when you sort of have a conversation with someone and you're like, oh, I need to find this. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, all you need to do is you go down this road, you turn right. And when you get to this, you turn left. And they give you the whole lot of directions before you're even anywhere near a car.
Yeah.
And it's like, right, cool, thanks. It's like,
yeah, I'm gonna
none of that went in.
all of that. Thanks.
it's like, yeah, I've got no clue what you're talking about.
I think the back and forth from the car park is an experience. Certainly is.
Yeah, I'm half tempted just to leave it in the car park and just carry it up, but I don't know if you can get in around the front, which could be a bit of a problem.
You come out by there's a lift in the car park, and then you come out by the front of the building.
Okay.
So if you have a trolley or something, it's probably just as easy, and you don't have to keep moving. But
cool.
Yeah.
Right, we actually have someone else popped in as well. This is not pinging in my ear. I don't know what's going on. We also have we're also popping in, and we have Andy and Helen.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear us all right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All good. All good.
Not
With
getting any. There's no echo.
Rams as well. No echo.
Looking for headphones and we were struggling.
All right. Okay. How are you guys doing?
Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
We thought we'd set the hill up and come and join you.
How is it all? Is that all? That's all finished now for the Bricktastic.
Mostly, yeah. I've got to do a sign at the top that will be 8x16 that Martin's doing a sticker for. Will obviously have the logo on, and then there's some stickers to go on these, which will come up here, which will be the scan me for people to enter their their digital form and details of how to email the photos. But
brilliant.
Get them back there out of the way, otherwise I keep knocking them over.
Sounds like me. I just managed to knock everything over. As I did earlier on. I'm going to knock a whole light over. How was your MOCs as well for going for Bricktastic?
Yeah.
That makes you feel
confident.
Yeah.
Well, I'm mostly there. I've got a lot of minifigures to sort out and pose and work out how I then get them reposed in a similar way when I get there.
Right. Okay.
Photos and some kind of sortation system. I think like different bags for different areas of the MOC or something. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. And there's a little bit of building, and there's bits of building that I might do if I had time, but I'm not sure I'll have time.
Right. Okay. But is it something then you'll add for another show, though? Do you think?
Yeah, possibly. It might be something that gradually changes and improves as the year goes on.
Yeah, it's an ever evolving MOC. It's quite good. That means you can take it back, in theory.
Yes.
If it's
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yours is evolving as well.
Mine's
isn't
evolving because I've got because obviously I haven't shown at Bricktastic, so I could take obviously what I've been sort of like touring this year or last year. But I've made a couple of new sort of realms, if you like. So sort of adding them, sort of taking a couple of bits out, but it's going to be sort of same but different.
Okay,
nice.
Well, that's really quite cool. So is that cause been a lot of extra stuff, hasn't there, coming out, like the Sandman's Tower and stuff? So
that's right, yeah. Well, I've got that. That won't make it into this one.
Probably not, no.
But I've made sort of as I say, a couple of new realms that are in the sort of like in the series 2.
Okay. Okay, that sounds really cool.
Cool.
Then I've got to just work out where I'm going to put sort of like the sort of smaller sort of sets to like.
Yeah, because the trouble with all the newer ones is they all got kind of large, and trying to incorporate them into the worlds that you've already got or versions of is almost impossible. You stick the robot. Oh, it's not in here anymore. The robot's like this big, isn't it? That's most of the display, and that's a Lego set. So you want to kind of get away from them a bit if you can.
Yeah, that's that big white mech thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, the big robot thing.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
And then there's the dinosaur, which is nearly as big.
Yeah.
And what else is there?
I mean, some of the others. There's
the big raven
panda
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the raven's cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a nice piece actually.
Yeah, there's the panda who's sitting over there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
How many sort of tables then? Is it one table each, or is it going to be more than that?
So you're still on one table, aren't you?
Yeah. This is
Um,
the
One whole table.
yeah, yours is one table,
Yeah.
and then mine will be two tables, one in front of the other. So this will go down the table and towards the front.
Okay.
At the side of my main build, because my main build doesn't take up the full width, which is why I've got room to put this on.
Okay.
But Kev was moaning the other day, wasn't he, about people that have got builds that are just slightly bigger than one table. It's like, oh yeah, that would be me.
Oops.
So I could blame you for Kev.
Yeah, yes, that's my fault. He's like, he'll be coming around with a saw, taking part of the display off.
Oh right. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah. Don't go over by 1 millimeter. You might lose. I don't know. Get something sawn off.
Oh, dear. Sounds painful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, that's when those say something. Oh dear, that sounded better in my head than out loud. Sounds most things.
So how far away are you from finished? With your...
Well, I actually finished designing it on Sunday.
Okay.
So that was good. So it's just then putting it all together. I was saying earlier on, I've placed a rather lot of bricklink orders in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, we were doing that last week.
Yeah, and it's just waiting for them to come. But some of them, I know I've used some of them before, and some of them are like really quick.
Yeah.
So they'll get here really quick. I mean, there's one guy that's in the same town and who always hand delivers it like the next day.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
I've never still spoken to him because I'm always out when he delivers. I always get home, it's like, oh, that guy's been around again on his bike. Is that? So, yeah, that's quite cool.
Very small carbon footprint for your bricklink order. Then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, you don't need paper bags for it. You just delivered by bike.
I suppose they still charge you postage. He wants a service for popping.
I don't think he does actually.
Oh, fair play.
I think he charges postage. It's like, but it's been quite good if there's been something that I needed really urgently. That is like, oh, he's got it. Excellent. I'll just get it ordered.
You need to get to the stage where you can just pop round and
look at what he's
just
got.
how
have a look through.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Can I just have a rummage through what you've got and see?
Yeah.
Just take it.
leave the key under the mat or something, and I'll
I just leave like a
Got an honesty box as well.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd be fantastic. That's sort of a bit like Nicole yesterday was talking about how we should all like have like a big retirement home together and pull all of our bricks together and
Let not go there.
yeah.
I'm first in.
Yeah.
Let not go there.
Oh, God. Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, but then you'd be fighting over a brick separator more by the time you get to that age, wouldn't you? So, it's not working.
Yeah.
Like, bite it. They're not my teeth. Oh, okay.
Well, I said in the chat that like if because she said people could inherit each other's bricks, you know. I was like, oh, it'll become like Midsummer Murders, wouldn't it? Like, you know.
Oh no. Right, I have enough of murder this week.
Collection. Anyway.
Yeah, someone's been killed for a rare minifigure or something. Oh.
Yeah.
So whilst you're here, Andy, did you want to just share a bit more about Soap Bricktastic? Because it's kind of been popping up on my Instagram feed like everywhere at the minute, which is really cool. I think I've seen like loads of people building one. So
yeah, it's been fantastic. Like, this evening there was 2 or 3 people posted their builds and invited the collaboration, which is really good because it means it posts to both your feeds directly. And you get likes from both your sort of followings and wider followings, so it really does help push the posts. But yeah, I think I counted up earlier, and there was at least 30 different custom builds just in the Instagram feed, which is really good. And plus, I know like you guys are making them. KO's obviously already posted his, and so there's probably another 10 or so that I know of being built.
Least, yeah.
And then and there's other people who I think are going to do them, and so we could end up with hopefully over 100.
That's so sick. Can you could like I've caught little bits here and there, but can you kind of talk just mention briefly like how it all come about
Yeah.
and like what the
So the idea is to make a custom version of, here we go, got one of the boxes, one of the recent soapbox builds, ideally using the wheels, which you've got. Oh, nice, well done. Which is sort of this little plate, plate setup and new wheel, which I don't think they've been used in anything else. If you can't get hold of, I mean, this is a £10 set, so it's fairly accessible. But equally, if you can't get hold of them for whatever reason, then making something broadly similar, I think is perfectly all right, because it's all just for fun and it's just about getting involved and building something yourself. KO's showing his off there.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It's
I love
really
all the
cool.
silver.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I can't get any silver pieces.
yeah.
I think that's one of those. What was that gift we purchased? The space probe thing that was all silver parts.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that was it. Ulysses space probe or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, the idea is build a custom. If you're coming to Bricktastic, build a custom mock using the base plates and the wheels or something similar based on this sort of general size. Any theme or design you can come up with. Really should have a minifig driving it though, so I don't think we put that in the rules, but we perhaps should have done. Generally wants to be no wider than, I said, 7 studs, because the top of this thing literally will fill half of the top here up with 7 studs. Looking at you, Tech.
Yeah, I am gonna trim mine down. I will.
And yeah, so bring it along to the table. We'll put it on the top. We'll take a nice photo of it. You can take a photo of it, and then you can race it against anyone else who happens to be there at the time, or one of the builds that we've got just down the hill. I didn't make it. And that bit's just for fun, just to sort of like, you know, experience.
See if it gets to the bottom.
Be part of the show, that kind of thing, and sort of show what everyone can build and their ideas. And then the photograph, if you we'll have a scan me that you can scan, and it will take you to I think it's a Google form that Martin's made already, that you just put in some very basic information just so we know who you are and which build you are. And then there's an email address that you can then send your photo to, and then after the show we'll sort of work out how many entries we've got and do daily runoffs, voting on Instagram. Just until, and basically knockout rounds, one winner, one survives. It might be up to 4 per day, and that will go to the next round until we get to a winner that everyone votes as their favourite mock from the show. Cool. I think that's it.
Are you gonna so when you're racing it down the hill, gonna people have to catch it at the end, or are you gonna have like a net?
So the bit you can't see off the bottom here, which maybe I can just, is there's a target and a ramp at the bottom.
Excellent.
So we've set up a couple of cars.
Destruction.
And see if we make it to the bottom. So pizza won that one. I don't know if you wouldn't have seen, probably, but
I think that'll make someone very happy.
The pizza one is probably one of the best, faster ones, I reckon. So maybe there's some, although the plane won that time. So maybe there's some design inspiration in the sort of shape and the size and the weight balance. I don't know. Can get really scientific with it, I think.
Yeah, but the weight in one particular part is going to go faster or something.
I'll show off this one. This is the Polarmobile.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's
I love
so
that.
much fun.
She's predominantly based. There was a polar bear polybag a little while ago.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
The head and the legs and that are taken from that, and then sort of expanded to fit on the cart, and have my sig fig on there. That one.
So if you've got
showing that one off.
Okay. There we go. My dreams one.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's cool.
There we go. So it's even got the squishmallow on the back. Well, yeah. But that was built sort of using all the parts from the 20-in-1 that they've got out at the moment in their new range. So they've got like 20-in-1. You can in the box or in the instructions, it's got 10 builds, but then you've got another 10 online sort of thing that you can build. But that's sort of like modified from one of their builds. So it is quite long though. It is a little bit long, a little bit top heavy, but
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're gonna run them down.
Oh,
yeah. See if we pan that down, you might see who wins.
oh, there you go.
So little top heavy.
So it's generally carnage by the time you get to the bottom of the hill, but hey, that's what the point is, isn't it?
Exactly.
Just got to remember to take the photo before you send it down the hill.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get
Otherwise, there's a pile of pieces at the bottom.
So where can we find the information about like the building regulations?
So if you go over onto Instagram and look for Bricktastic, we've got a dedicated Instagram page for it, which has got a couple hundred followers now, which is doing all right.
That's cool.
And there's a pinned post on there which has got more detail on all the sort of rules of what we're really after, and there's a bit of information on there of how to share your post on Instagram so that we can do the collaborative build bit as well, collaborative post, and then you can also have a good look and join in with the Soapbox Trash Talk, which seems to be a hashtag that Lego Team B have invented, and you can get on there and start bigging up your build and trashing everyone else's in a friendly way.
Yeah, I was always very
friendly.
I think
Lego Team B are a harsh critic.
Yeah, I think they've got a whole suitcase full of them because they seem to just keep posting them. There was a new one today.
Yeah, I think because they had the Sydney Opera House, that one, and then is there a hot dog one the other day?
There's a Sydney Opera House. There's a lawnmower.
There's a bee.
There's the bee with both of them on it. There's a red like cart, you know, like the classic kids cart thing.
Simpson one.
He's done the Homobile. That's hard to say.
And the today's one was a goodies one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
And so they've got loads of them. Whether I don't know if they're bringing all of them. Hopefully they are.
They can have a lot to carry from the other side of the world.
Yeah.
That was very long though. That one.
Yeah, I'm not sure that one will fare very well on the hill if they are bringing it.
Yeah, it would just ground itself at the bottom, and the other one would just go right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, do you think you will be taking it to other events? I know it's a bit of a play on the words with Bricktastic, but it's clearly been very popular.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like its popularity is partly because the sets are brand new as well, and it's sort of captured everyone's imagination, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, potentially. I mean, we've got a show that's about 5 minutes from home, the Cobbler's Brick Show, in early April, I think it is. I'm not sure. Can't remember exactly the dates, which we're going to do. And as it's so close to home, we can do multiple runs in the car. So space in the car is not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
So it's a single day show, that one. So we might have it there and work out a way of just having it so that people can run carts against each other and not necessarily bring their own builds. But it might pop up again at Steam. I don't know. As that's a bit of a bigger show, it might be worth seeing what people can build for that.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I could see that. I could see them going for something like that actually there in Steam, because they like the collaborative builds with like the seafront and the rest of it as well.
Yeah, and they had the build competition for the kids as well, didn't they, last time?
Yeah.
Which Stuart Harris judged, didn't he, and everything. So
yeah, I think you really smashed the nail on the head in terms of like something that's really fun, really accessible. Yeah, and like I said, it's definitely helped that the sets have just come out. But what a like great little. I've had so much fun, and if I wasn't building the pod race, I would be like Lego Team B. I'd be like knocking them out. I have so many ideas for different ones.
I mean, literally, you can get this base plate, get your pod racer, dum, like that
Yeah.
down the
It's just
Oh,
yeah, it's there you go. Simon suggested the rebrand Steambox Racers.
yeah.
Steambox, yeah.
You'll make trains. Oh, I'd make a mini Merc train. Oh,
I mean, there's so much you can go at, like old Lego builds, themes,
Yeah.
all sorts. It's like that's my other one that I've done,
oh wow.
Oh, that's right.
which I've done
That's
a reel
really
for,
cool.
which was suitably cheesy.
Oh, that's quite cool. Oh, we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that was quite good. That went right there.
It's I mean,
Pretty
oh
cool.
yeah, I didn't even show the back. It's even got the proper plate on.
Oh, I saw that or something the other day. I was like, I didn't know that was an actual piece. Oh,
That's on the ideas set, which is somewhere in our city. I ripped it off of it the other day.
oh, okay.
Don't want to lose it.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be worth something maybe. That's quite a valuable set. So other than bringing this to the show, what else are you guys looking forward to? 'Cause obviously, Helen, this is your first Bricktastic.
Yeah.
What are you kind of? What
I
are your
was just looking. I think I'm just looking forward to the whole sort of experience. But we got onto one of the sort of things, did we? The elements one.
The talks.
Oh,
the
the
talk.
talk.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
the elements talk.
New elementary.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite sort of good fun and
Yeah, not sure.
You
I
know.
think it's some kind of workshopy thing, isn't it?
Workshopy thing,
Don't know.
yeah.
We'll find out when we get there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get to play with some of that? The new pieces?
I think
as well?
so, because they said something
Mm.
about they were going to frisk us on the way out to make sure we weren't.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
check it. Do they check in socks?
That's mostly why I applied, to be honest.
What's in this bag?
As long as it's not Kev doing it.
Well, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't be too gentle, would he?
What's Carrie saying?
I can't see the chat from here, too far away.
Carrie saying, Carrie saying, has it really been a year since your first display show, Andy?
Yes. Yeah,
Mm.
and the Loughborough Brickfest the other day was my number 10.
Wow. That's good going. It's really good going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just count up quite quickly, don't they, as well, really? Because, you do one, then you do another, and then before you know
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
it's just
I did Oxford and Peterborough Brickfest 2 in one weekend at one point, because they're both sort of an hour from here in opposite directions.
Yeah.
And you were working, I think, weren't you? So I was like, oh, well, I've got nothing else to do. So I'll
as you
go and
do.
do that. Yeah, it was good fun.
That's,
The thing about the Avengers build that I took round was it does transport fairly well, although it's fairly fragile. It's the setup time, like you were saying, it really wasn't very long to set it up. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so nervous for Manchester last year.
Yeah.
I got there at the stroke of the whatever time, 12 o'clock or whatever it was that was set up time, and registered about the 10th person to register. And then within half an hour, I'd got most of it set up, really.
Yeah. That's so
I was like, must get it, got it all worked out like other shows were not quite so organised.
Mine just takes a little bit more
Yours is, yeah.
putting together as well, because mine's a little bit more ad hoc.
My new ones take longer to set up as well. That's the other thing. So
because you've got a lot of minifigures to place in yours as well, though, don't you, Helen? I think.
Yeah. Tend to sort of like, as you were saying, like put them in different places, and it sort of like changes the dynamics a little bit, each time, sort of thing. So
Each story,
it's quite good fun.
Yeah.
So all the different Z blobs,
There's a new one as well now, isn't there? The new piece that's come out.
Yes,
Kind of
yeah.
that sort of shape.
That was in the.
the bike.
Was that in the 20? Yeah, there we go.
That one.
That was in the 20 in one. The other one. There we go.
It's too small.
Longer arms. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Little dome piece.
So he's.
Does it fit over something?
No, only like a
A
stud.
stud. So it'd go on a bar or something as well, probably. Could be an interesting piece because it's a new mold, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it might come in some different colours.
Yeah, I think I've seen that it is coming in something else in different colours already.
Okay.
I think so. Cause I think it was one the new one of the new elementary things on one of their
Oh, okay.
When it first came out, like, oh, this is out and it's in these colours. And
Yeah, those posts are really good, aren't they? Where you can sort of review all the new stuff and find out how to get them and work out how to use them.
well, it's when you get the recolors is the best. It's like, oh, finally, is that in the right colour? Like,
Yeah,
you've been waiting years for, so you don't have to cut something up. I'm not doing that again because I think I cut a plate up once because I needed a reddish brown wedge plate. You know, the 2x2s, but not the 45-degree one, the other one. So I had to cut one of the pieces that's sort of like the trapezium shape. I had to cut one of those in half.
I see, yeah.
Which is fine, but it's kind of, you've got that really rough edge then, and then like 2 months later, actually they released it anyway. Of course, thanks.
Of course they did, yeah.
So I've got these butchered Lego pieces somewhere.
Oh, you were saying about everyone should bring their Z-blobs.
Oh yeah.
Because you wanted to do a Z-blob reunion in front of your build.
Oh,
so everyone, because there was how many of us at Steam ended up with them?
So many of you. Everywhere I turn, there seems to be another Z-blob appearing.
Yeah, so we should see how many we can get to Manchester.
Yeah, and Carrie can lead the way because she's got different outfits for hers now as well, isn't she?
Yes.
I have no idea where my Depop gone.
You've still got a couple of weeks to find it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere in this room.
Yeah,
it's watching you. Oh, I think you're being.
That's crazy. I've done 2 base plates since I've been in here. I've been using this time responsibly. Thank you very much, Sam. And your hands ain't building either if you're typing. So
yeah, that's a good point. He's got a point, Sam.
Yeah, because you can't really build easily with one hand. Can you build easily with one hand? I'm trying to work it out. Because you kind of need 2 to sort of, one to hold and one to push the pressure. Yeah. So, do you guys think you're going to be all finished and ready to go in time?
Something will be ready to go. Yeah, it's mostly there. Just sort of like finishing detail, really, for mine.
He keeps on saying, "You need to do this." I'm going,
Oh yeah, your seafront's not really.
Yeah, I need to do my seafront. It's it'll be all right.
Oh yeah, I think I've got. The other day, I was like just talking about it around the house, and I was like, "Well," and I got, "Well, you need to get building. You haven't got long to go." And it's like, I don't need this here as well. Come on, I need the extra stress.
I've nearly done the lenticular, haven't I? So
yeah.
Oh, lenticular as well. God, have you got any room for to bring you up in the car as well?
Yeah. Well, we have ended up coming up in 2 cars, but not because of the Lego.
Oh, okay.
Because my works head office is surely up that way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So on the Monday when we leave Manchester, I'm going straight there because I've got a training course the next day. So you're driving the Lego home, aren't you? But Martin's having a lift with us. So.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You're gonna be really away for that course.
So in the end, we've ended up with 2 cars. So technically, we've got extra space, but we're gonna have to pay loads of parking. But
yeah, that's a bit of a pain.
Yeah,
it's always the downside there with anything like that. It's just parking. It's like, God, I hate it.
Yeah,
that'd be all right.
But it is what it is, and like I say, it does mean that the packing is less stressful because I can always put some in the work car.
So, I guess then to everybody else or everybody as well. Then, so is there something then that you're one thing in particular you're looking forward to, other than the social aspect, or any MOCs maybe you're looking forward to seeing this year that you've? Because I know you've
not been before, so
I haven't been before, so yeah, it'll be a new experience, I think, because last year Andy came home buzzing, wired, I think, it
was quite an experience for your first ever show.
I think I'm just I'm really just looking forward to seeing all the MOCs and all the new MOCs, because obviously a lot of people bring out new ones.
Yeah, it's exciting. You see, you going, and you guys will know this as well. You go to a lot of shows now. You see a lot of the same faces, and at a lot of the day shows, you end up seeing a lot of the same MOCs. But it does feel like a lot of people because this is like the first big show of the year, this is the one they kind of work towards for new MOCs and new releases. So hopefully there'll be a ton of new builds on show that they'll get a lot of chat and a lot of hype online, which is always fun. Again, to see those in person.
Yeah, I think.
But I'd say it would be nice to meet sort of people that you speak to sort of online and everything. It would be nice to see those sort of in person.
And some of the people,
like Lego Team B and
Nicole.
Nicole.
Oh yeah,
that's people that come in from a long way, and Maxine as well.
Mm.
Where you get the people that don't normally go as far south. Really, very often you got a lot of the Scottish sort of crew.
And
Kerry as well.
I'm half Scottish.
Ah, which half?
I think I'm. The social aspect, like I said, is by far the best thing. Just the convenience of having so many people all in one place is like so fantastic. But I am really excited about the talks this year. Apart from a couple of actually, I don't even know if I did any of the parts drafts in Chicago. But I didn't do. I think I did a couple of talks, but like the actual workshop, the new elementary workshop, I'm really excited for. I think that could be a lot of fun. Just finding a bit more about PAB. I'm sure that the PAB talk is going to be more about the online PAB. I'd imagine
it is,
than like in-store PAB.
They have said it.
I was ready to grill some people about our PAB rules, the state of our PAB rules, but. Yeah, they'll be firing at the wrong people, I think, if I go off on them. But the new elementary workshop, I think it's great. Like you guys said, it's such a great page for anyone getting into mock building. I have so many of their posts just saved. I'm like, oh, that's a sick technique. I'm going to use that for the future.
Oh yeah. It's always great seeing those as well. Just like, what have you done? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
That was like cool.
Quite looking forward to see the new Hashima again, obviously. And see what it's turned into this time.
Yeah.
I am actually looking forward to the pod races. No pressure.
No pressure.
Looking forward to seeing it arrive and just turn up on the table and be, there and ready.
Crossed. Oh God, fingers crossed.
It will be. Come on, positive thinking. It will be.
Positive thinking. It will be done.
Yeah.
And we'll be happy with it, and it will have lights in the cave. That's where we're at. And then any other extra stuff can be done for Reading. So
that's kind of that's the kind of point I'm at with mine. It's like, okay, I'll do it so it's there, and then I'll be adding to it because it's just
yeah. I think that like if you're going to take the same mock to a lot of shows, not only does it make it more interesting for people watching, it also makes it more interesting for you to then display, because it does feel new and it does feel fresh. And it is fun to talk to people, whether it be the public that are like really into Lego or just other people displaying as well, about different techniques and different ideas you've got, and the input that some other people can give you as well on how to do certain things and tweaking. Like is really good. Yes. It is fun to kind of evolve the mock as the year goes on, if you choose to display it at multiple shows.
Yeah, really useful actually as well. Because I say, oh, if you thought of doing that, it's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I will try it. How about you, KO? What is it you're looking forward to?
To Bricktastic?
Yeah.
Just everyone really.
Seeing Sammy Sausage?
Nah. I met him before. and he never mentioned any sausage at all.
Where do we go from here?
Not going now.
Where do we go from? I'm not going now.
I don't know what to say now.
Yeah, it's just meeting new people.
Yeah. yeah, it is cool that there are a lot of people coming over from overseas actually as well. I think that's you know that we've all been speaking to and not really had a chance to make. So that's really nice. Like for this one as well. Yeah, I think just seeing all the collaborative builds and just getting the inspiration as well from other people as well, because I know that last time I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but you sort of come away from there and you're just like, oh, I've got so many ideas now. I can do this, and you know they're all like stupid, crazy ideas. But then you kind of spend all the rest of the year bringing it down a bit. So,
yeah, there's that side to it. Like, yeah, it's massively inspiring and everything, and then you're like, yeah, but I can't actually build that.
Yeah, it does give you. It is. Yeah, in terms of like, if you really want to be ambitious, I think it really does kind of validate a lot of those feelings. Like you see some insanely creative builds at these shows, specifically Bricktastic, I think in the UK. But I think it does go like, oh, that is possible. Like it isn't just something that you see in the far reaches of the internet. Like you're seeing it in person. It does it resonate with you. So I think that is a fun thing to take away from the show for sure.
Yeah,
it's quite good as well if you see it in person as well. Sometimes, I mean, a lot of the guys or the people you speak to are quite open to sort of just say, oh yeah, and they just sort of show you how it's done. And sometimes it's the most ridiculous way they've done it as well. And you say, yeah, oh, okay, I could do that.
Yeah.
Martin's asked as well, saying, as it's the first year it's a recognised LEGO networking event, are we expecting anything more from LEGO directly?
I guess the pab talk is something that's going to be.
Yeah, I think that's probably their main input.
Yeah,
I think
Greg says he.
Yeah, I think I saw that there was some people coming that we're probably not allowed to say publicly, but I think there is Lego people there.
Yeah.
Lego people, the little ones.
Yeah,
lots of them. Well, yeah, the Dreams guy was there last year, wasn't he? Freddie.
Yeah, the Dreams designer. Yeah, because we got his signature for your build.
Nice. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how now it is a recognized LEGO event. I know that again, my experience of one is Chicago, and I think they did a few talks and different things, but there wasn't much more outside of that. I think even like publicly, I know last year they had Greg hosted some talks with designers, right, with the public. I think that was a really nice aspect as well that doesn't get done at a lot of other shows. So hopefully if they could just send like a new couple of designers each year, that would be really fun to have a bit of an open shop and chat with them.
Yeah, we did had a Lego Dream designer came on last year.
Yeah.
Freddie Charters, I think.
Yes, that'd be cool if that's something that they'd like to push in. Yeah, if it means that, like, I guess with Dreams it was one of their newer themes, so they wanted to kind of push that, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it'd be great to have all sorts of designers come over. Maybe even some reveals. That could be like really fun.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be really like just a nice little convention.
Yeah. Well, last year was the Lego house sets were. Well, I think they leaked during the day, didn't they? And then they revealed the week after or something.
Yeah.
That's right.
But they had one in the raffle sealed up that you couldn't see what it was, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's right.
In the auction, sorry, not the raffle.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And we were like looking at blurry photos of it. No, we weren't.
No. Definitely not. We wouldn't do it.
Definitely not, no. But we certainly won't this year. It's a recognised event, you know.
Oh, yeah. And there's obviously there won't be any leaks anyway. They're far too good at not leaking stuff.
No, there's never a leak, is there? No.
What's Greg saying? Perhaps we might have a set under a blanket reveal. Oh yeah, okay. We can all go.
Yeah, practice. We got to give it a practice. Ooh.
No way.
Oh my god. Oh,
Ooh
dear.
la la.
I would love to know what Lego set that you thought you've just seen in your head there that gives you that reaction, Kevin.
Hashtag Eurovision.
I think it's like you'd be so tempted to do. What the is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just to
don't do
ruin
that on
everyone's
the
video,
Saturday.
so they've got to bleep you out.
Don't do that on
Happy
the
time.
Saturday after the meal and a few drinks. God.
Yeah, that would be dangerous.
Just reenact one, can you really? Just
Yeah.
We could all start the day with a sheet over our tables.
Yeah. Wow.
See, I know for a fact if I do that, it will end up flying. And
Yeah.
I'll just do that, and it'll be like, oh,
Yeah, actually, that might not be a good idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
my
yeah.
bits of flight, everywhere.
It's a new art piece. There you go.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah, all over
Can't
the
be
floor.
worse.
Yeah, it's art.
Can't be any worse than the official one.
Okay. Yeah, Greg's got a good idea there.
Oh yeah.
The sheet goes over this, although you've seen it now.
That makes it even funnier.
Well, we could do
It makes it more realistic
like a
as well.
napkin over one of the soapboxes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I reckon
film,
we could
film
stage
that
that
the,
on
the
Friday.
page as well. Yeah. So everyone does their little cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame that we haven't got like a bulk load of those parts actually for the making take, because you could just have some there if somebody wanted.
Yeah,
like,
it would be really
someone wanted
cool.
to build some on the
Mhm.
day, but that's a mission. to
Yeah.
organise
Could
that
they
in
put them on the pad wall, please?
Yes, now.
Yeah.
in about 5
I mean, they
years'
do
time.
have. They have the other ones, don't they? That are the normal city ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That are similar size. You could probably use them, but the wheels would be a bit small, I think.
Yeah. You'd also have to try and convert the pin, because I think they use the smaller pin connections, don't they?
Yes. Yeah. You
Yeah.
have to use a different wheel completely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big cartwheels.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Wow,
maybe-
Gandalf's wagon. That's a good idea.
Gosh, that'd be crazy.
Do have that set, but I'm not tearing it apart. It's probably brittle brown on those wheels as well, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it's not going to
Oh,
go down
no.
there. or-
What's Greg saying? Oh, just to add a little bit more spice, Greg says you could, at Spice the Parody, get a certain leaker to leak the reveal an hour or so before you publish the video.
Yeah, I must remember to take a potato to take some photos on.
Oh, yeah.
I like your thinking.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Simon's saying they're assembling and making take in the store today. So sure, if you were there a week or two before, it's no good now really, but if you were there a week or two before the event, you could have had a few bags apart, maybe. But I imagine they're quite hard to come by, actually, those chassis, actually. I think they
Yeah, until they put them on PAB. We can quiz the PAB people and ask them when they're going on.
Yeah.
I haven't actually applied for that one. I think does that one clash with when Greg's going to do his stream?
Yeah, I think
Roughly.
it's PAB 6. Is PAB 6 o'clock?
I think so.
I think PAB 6 and then Bricklink is 8.
Yeah. But it's at 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know the timings actually. I really should really should look at everything a bit more.
I think they're every 2 hours. I think New Elementary is 2. Simon Scott is 4.
Yeah, they're the ones we went
PAB
for.
6, and then Bricklink at 8.
I think New Element have a extended,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
but I'm not sure if it increase in time or move time slot. At
Got
this
it.
point.
Yeah, Greg's just saying he's going to go for 5 o'clock, 60 or 90 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That would be 2 hours.
3 hours probably.
Batteries won't last that long.
You're going to take your running shoes, Gaz, because I bet he'll have you running around.
That's
I might just take my slippers actually. That floor's horrible.
Oh, what colour we think the carpet will be this year? That's the,
Oh, yeah.
Was it red last year, wasn't it?
blue, wasn't it?
Or was
Red,
it?
yeah, red.
Or was it the
yeah,
red the year before?
I think it was blue.
Yeah, I think it's
It'd be green then.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that like when the carpet gets pulled up, that's it, that gets trashed or something as well?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
That's just
We could all take our own little square with us, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, medium azure they are, Carrie says.
Oh, okay.
It's very precise.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Go around and get a
Not
Lego
pink
brick all
still.
weekend. Which one?
Purple.
Oh, I think it would be gone by Sunday. Someone would have it in the back of their car.
Yeah, Carrie, just see Carrie rolling it up on
Yeah, pull it up for the Lego room.
Come on, Ian. Pull it tighter.
It's go in every room in the house. What?
Have to get the floor tidy to get the carpet down, though.
Yeah.
Just over
Or-
the bricks.
Yeah, to say the floor is tidy, then just put it over the
Right
top.
over the top, yeah. Yeah, it's an idea.
New layer every week.
Yeah.
Until you end up like that against the ceiling.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
There's a door open. Well,
Trans yellow. That's just afterwards, Sam.
cheap way to carpet. Yeah, exactly. Opalescent light blue. Oh my god. So I'm just looking at the chat. Cool. Right, okay. So I'm just looking at the time as well because I know it's a school night. So I guess really that's kind of it. Unless you guys have got anything else you want to say before we do shut it down for the evening. Say for the evening, night time. But otherwise, thanks guys for jumping on and just chatting, and hopefully you got stuff done, everybody as well. I know I certainly didn't.
No, yeah, well, no, I reassembled this before I came on, and that's it.
Oh, there you are. See, you've done something constructive. I've thought about stuff that I was going to do, so that's always how I do stuff. But otherwise, thanks everyone for watching as well. I think I'll probably be back on my channel next week. Probably panic buy-in, building. I don't know what's going to happen the week after either, because that's kind of the week, and if stuff's not done by then, I might be skipping the country or something.
Are you going up on the Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah.
What time are you guys all planning to get there? Are you just some point in the
Thursday.
evening? Or It's Thursday, yeah.
Probably, I guess, in the afternoon, because
Okay.
we're not going to be allowed in to unload or anything, are we? So
No.
Yeah, because you can kind of just aim to get there for about 6ish, really, can't you? I guess,
I suppose
and just do check in, and because I don't think
maybe a bit earlier to avoid some of the traffic, but
Yeah, you either want to
Oh,
catch
yeah.
it early or later. Yeah.
that's a good point. But it's not going to be the Friday rush hour either, which is
we
quite
could all head
nice.
off to the Lego
Yeah.
store if we got in earlier, though.
That is true.
I'd be sick of Lego by then, surely. Yeah, we can see if their pab's any better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's 2 stores to check as well, and a Discovery Centre.
yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
that's true. Yeah, I've never been to the Discovery Centre.
No, I wait until Penelope's a little bit older, and then I can. Actually, she's walking now, so she will probably drag her around one.
All right, we'll all go with you.
Yeah, Penelope walks in. and-
28 young
20
children.
adults and one child. Yeah.
It's official security.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love to turn that on Thursday.
on there.
I'd love to turn up on Thursday, but I couldn't.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
you're coming
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, yeah. I say it's not really much happening on Thursday. It's just the
It's just to
comfort.
be there.
Yeah.
It's the thought
Prior
just
to
being
8 o'clock
there.
and on
Yeah.
Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get loads of time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I think that's I think that's the worst thing is just the driving, because then on the same days you're setting up for that one, because it's just the more the traffic builds up, the more panicked you get that you're not going to get there and not have enough time to set stuff up.
Yeah.
So definitely much better.
Well, we can all be building in the hotel foyer for Sam and Tech.
I'll see you there at 6.
Well, anyway, so thanks again, guys, for hopping on, and thanks everyone for watching. As I said, I'll be on my own channel next week building, and then go from there. So hang on, I can't find the button. There you go. Yeah, okay, so cool, thanks, and see you all soon. Okay,
Yeah.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.